All right, live from the city. I'm your host, Punchy, and I'd like to introduce you to the co-hosts, Tip, D, Black Ice,
Yep.
Bo.
What's up?
Okay, so today, I'm not sure what to call it. I'll tell you all what I'm gonna call it is the N word, derogatory or endearment. So that's what we're gonna discuss today. I think everybody has a strong opinion about it, and we will start with Punjay.
There's no I in the word.
Oh.
I mean, there is a. Wait a minute. Now, where was I? Okay. Now, far as the N word goes, you know what I mean? I don't think that really nobody needs to use it, you know what I mean? Far as white people, black people, you know what I mean? All kind of other races. Nobody don't need to use it. I think that would be better, you know what I mean, to deal with, because it's a lot of people got double standards and, you know what I mean, stand on both sides of the thing. So if you don't want no other person calling you one, all right, you probably don't need to use the word either, all right, because just as fluently as you use it, other people become used to it too and use it fluently too. Know what I mean? So you can't really get mad at them for, know what I mean, using, know what I mean, just like, I think it was a rapper, Lamar or something like that.
Kendrick Lamar.
He called somebody up on stage and he was like, hey, know what I mean,
Hold on, what he called? Yeah, there you go.
A white girl.
He called a white girl up on
Yeah,
stage.
rap this song right here, and in the middle of the song, it was the word.
And these his
know what I mean,
lyrics.
The N word, and
His
know what I mean,
lyrics,
when
yeah.
she said it, whoa,
He
stop.
stopped the music.
Time out. Woo, I don't know what she was thinking. All right, it just don't make sense to me. You know what I mean?
And in addition to that, and Dee, I will direct this to you. Dee has teenage daughters, so you know, with our youth, it is a commonly used word. But I know that your girls are raised different, and that you don't allow that.
No, we do not use the word in our house at all. I don't allow my daughters to use it. Neither do I let my daughters, do I let anybody refer to my daughters by that word.
Absolutely.
But one of the issues, the reason I thought this topic was so
Hygiene,
interesting
Sandra.
is because
TJ.
I am a huge hip hop head. Everybody who knows me
Yes.
has been
Always
familiar.
has. Yes, she
Always
is.
have been. Okay, so therefore my girls listen to rap, hip hop. I listen to street rap. I listen to it all. You know, and one of the things that's what's going on is the biggest consumers of hip hop is not the African American race.
Cause we
No.
bootleg it.
Yeah.
It's not,
I'm
okay?
just saying.
So we have different stories that's popping up in the media where you have other races or white people who like certain artists, like with the young lady that was called up on stage who likes Kendrick Lamar.
Yep.
I remember there was something a couple of years ago with Gwyneth Paltrow. Yes, she was at a Jay-Z concert, which Jay-Z said it was okay for her to say it. She was rapping Jay-Z's song in Paris. Those who know Jay-Z know what song I'm talking about. And she was at his concert. She was live streaming it. She was rapping it, and then a lot of people called her and said, "No, you can't say that word." But if she clearly supports Jay-Z because she's paid, it's not, you can't get into a Jay-Z concert for cheap. So she's paid the money to go to the Jay-Z
Absolutely.
concert.
She's
Clearly
obviously
she's
a
a fan.
She knows the
You
lyrics.
can tell she's having a good time. She's using it in the same context that he used it in as a song. And what you got going on is where you have a certain group of African American or black people that say, well, it's okay for black people to use it. We can use it. We took the word back. We own the word. But it's not okay for
I don't own
anybody
it.
else
Right.
to use the word. And I'm trying to say, why do you want to take, I mean, I understand it because I think some women argue the same point for the word B. But for me personally, I don't have any friends that refer to me as B. You call me a B, then we got a problem. I'm not, no. You know, so let Black Ice. What you think?
Alright, so the N word. Now everybody done heard this thing where in our community, some people allow, we'll just say white people in particular, because I think this is really more so on what it touches on white and black, to use the word, and if you say it with an A and not an ER, is doable, whatever, whatnot. This is my take on it. The word itself was given to us, African American community, by slave owners. So it's a word that I'll never claim to own. Black people have a double standard with it, because you want to say it's a problem if a white person calls you that, but you can call each other in your own community as a term of endearment, as a term to, how you say it, everybody know what you mean. It's the tone you say it in. So me, myself, I do use the word. It's a term of endearment, okay? Now, do I claim stakes to it because my community, and I grew up in a community that uses it amongst one another? No. If it's a homie that is of the white nation, who is cool, you grew up in the white nation. You grew up in Holly Hill with me. We played on the streets barefoot together. We did everything. We went mud together, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? We grew up together. You the homie. You one. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with the word. Now, if you use it in a term the same as any other word you use, it depends on the perspective, on how you saying it. So if you say it to me in an offensive way, you're trying to offend me or upset me and mean it as the way as the white slave owners gave it to us. Now we got a problem. Now, you know what I'm saying? And my homies ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So now, what people do in their own homes and behind your back, everybody, blah, 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 blah. I call them as I see them, straight like that. Whether it be white, black, Hispanic, any Indian, whatever. You act the way a certain way, I'm gonna call you like I see it. So me personally, I don't have no double standard. I just prefer that if it is used, it's in comfortability with another race, and I don't have an issue with the word because I don't own it. Sure don't.
I got a question after both.
Both, yeah, and I actually have something to add. So.
Well, that's good that everyone has something to add. We are touching on, a peculiar and particular subject right now. First, I want to say, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard this, or if you haven't, there are many things saying, they gave us this word for our ancestors, and they said this. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard how the misunderstanding of the word, or they went to Niger, and when they went there, to that place, Niger, they pronounced it nigger. I'm just saying a pronunciation. And, that's what they attached. Now, there are many other things you could probably come up at odds with the next man. He doing his job. What I'm saying is, yes, this is a word that many, as we'll say, African Americans, in America, feel attached to, feel a sort of say, this is mine.
I
and
know.
this,
I'm
no,
telling you right
saying
now.
not
I
everyone
just want to make sure that everybody know that I personally don't feel attached to it.
Right. And I did say some people.
I ain't the origin.
Right. I said some people. They feel, that this is mine. You can't say it. No other else can say it but mine. And that comes about during a time frame of, not ever having nothing. And then, some people feel like they obtained something. And, hey, we ain't gonna let you say this, period. Now, let's go back to what I was saying was, as long as negativity is out there, he got me looking at you this way, you looking at me that way, he's doing his job. I don't give the word power. Meaning this, if I'm out somewhere and some ignorant person wants to say, hey, you, whatever, I'm not gonna give you the power for me to act excuse me for saying this way, a damn donkey on you. Then I'm the one at the end of the day, I done went to jail, I got court time, I gotta spend time in jail.
But what's your personal, what is your opinion about the usage of the word in the black community?
What I'm saying this too, again, I'll go back to, there are some that feel, as I said before, there are some that feel that it belongs to them.
What do you feel?
Well, not necessarily the belonging. Is it okay for someone to refer to
in your
you
opinion,
as
now,
that?
Now I'll say this: I ain't playing dumb. I got a lot of family. You see what I'm saying? And maybe not everybody is on the level of understanding, and I'm not trying to be funny, wherein I'm at in my life.
But do you
So,
find
yes,
it
they-
okay as a term of endearment?
Well, I actually find it like this. Like, I mean, I guess I've been saying it the whole way through, but I find it like this. Some of my brothers feel like it's theirs, it belongs to them. If they say, hey, young, what up, ma? I'm going to say to them, what up, my boy? Or what up, my, I might respond
Because
in
it's
that
a
manner
term of
because
endearment to
it
you.
is,
It's a term of
it is,
endearment
it
in
is,
that situation.
it is that. But again, I say, I'm not finna give nobody the power to have me acting like a
Okay,
donkey.
hey
by
Michelle, so Panjay.
If I'm, out at a store or what have you, it's sometimes
Trent,
some
hey,
situations
sis, Sheridan.
I do acknowledge people that call me the N word. But it got to be the right environment, right setting, and the whole 9 yards. But I gotta say I have double standards.
We do.
It is what it is.
me.
I
have
don't.
double standards.
I don't have double
Some do.
standards. And I'm
So,
not gonna respond to
and-
you if you call me that.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you
All
know
right.
that.
Wait,
So in the situation where I'm out, in the hood, I mean really, really, really in the hood. Right.
You know what we talking.
And somebody
Hey.
say, hey,
My bro.
right. I'm gonna look up. Oh, what up? All right. But if I'm in a store, and we're not in that kind of environment, or I'm at in an environment setting where I'm at work or something like that,
You don't expect to hear that.
Yeah, I don't expect for somebody to call me the N-word, and I'm not gonna respond to the N-word either, I'm not gonna be, yo, what up, what up? So what I was thinking was, it's a lot of people that feel like it's time to throw hands when they hear the N-word.
Coming from another race.
Coming from a different race. Me myself, I don't think that it's that serious to start, fighting about in the whole 9 yards. Now, at the same time, respect and is due to a dog. All right? Respect is respect, and disrespect is disrespect. Now, if you disrespect me to a point where I feel like it's, it's...
It done went on too much.
Went on too much.
Too much.
You kind of, you
I
at
mean,
my ear and you...
I done let you do
like,
this.
go ahead about
Exactly.
your business
And you ain't.
you still,
you
right
might
here.
get touched.
Then
AT&T.
Then a person, I'm human. All right.
That's
I'm
all we
human.
said.
All right.
So in
But
that situation,
in my mind right now, I would not
Yeah.
fight nobody. The way that my mind set up right now, I would not fight nobody for saying that.
I'm getting out of that shit.
Trent,
I'm
I agree
about to touch on that.
100%
I'm
with
about to touch
you.
on that
Thank you.
right now. Hi, Aaron.
I am
Okay,
not
so-
yelling. I'm not the one.
I'm the only one left who hasn't given my opinion for obvious reasons. I figured I would wait until last. So here we are. And I have several, I guess our neighborhood is typically labeled as we live in the hood. So I live where I live, and a lot of my girlfriends will, ask me about him and refer to him as my N-word. Now, where he doesn't,
What up, Aaron?
see a problem with it, it's not disrespectful or whatever. Hi, Carolyn. I don't see a huge problem with it, but I do feel disrespected. Because for me, I'm not y'all. And so for me, my view is a little bit different. It touches on where y'all are coming from, especially D. I feel like it's not something that I prefer. And if you're gonna refer to him, we're not married, so I understand people not saying my husband, but my man is fine, or call him by his name, or whatever the case may be. But I just prefer that you don't refer to him as that. I feel that if he was, in the street and he was somebody who was living off of me, then fine. But, he's a man and he pays his bills and he's a protector and a provider and he takes care of his household. And so for me, I don't necessarily see it as derogatory. I don't get upset, I don't,
Don't call me out my name.
There it is. I just, I feel that, he's earned a certain amount of respect in my life. And if you're really, truly my friend, then
okay, because you
He's
got
earned that
females.
respect.
How you doing? you know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And they feel they're my friend, but they're not.
Do you check them though?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, checking them and letting them know that, listen, I'm not comfortable with you using that word. It's a reference to my man.
Well, you know me, and so you know I'm not that tactful. So there's a certain way that I.
I already know how you come in at what. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like hers a Punji in a situation where you say I'm going back.
You just created a whole map and guidelines and rules.
I'm going back to this situation when you at work. So you at work, and because you're not expecting, and you feel like at work you don't have anybody that you're that comfortable with, and you're out there, and somebody say, "What up, man?" and you look, you say you're not gonna respond to it. But what if that happened to be one of your, you know what I'm saying, one of your peoples?
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, actually, he has been in that situation several times. One
I'm
of our
appalled.
employees actually used that word on the job, and he
Yeah,
made sure
that don't
right then and there that it was understood
that he's not comfortable
this
with
is
not that word.
Yes, exactly.
I have a follow-up. Okay, now see, this is the issue where the big double standard come in. Because we have people in the hip-hop community that says that another race should not use the word, but yet and still they litter all their songs. And I'm saying this as a hip-hop head. I listen to the music. That litter their song. I just don't use the word, and I don't refer to anybody by the word. Me, I don't let anybody call me the word. I don't have any friends that call. I don't have no family that refer to me and walk by and be like, "Oh, that's D. Hey, what's up?" I'm gonna check them on the spot. Number one, I'm not none of you. You either call me by my name or don't say nothing to me at all.
Right.
Period. I remember I had a situation where I was at a family member house and somebody was trying to compliment my daughter's hair and said, "Look at those little ends here," and I checked them on the spot in front of everybody.
Okay, my babies ain't no little ends.
Period. I don't have no double
you call
standard
my
for it.
babies?
Now my thing is, I feel like the black community kind of just, what he was saying, got this huge double standard, and in a way, I think it's not even fair, especially when our music that a majority of white people
our music
is buying,
white.
And you're saying, oh, when I'm talking about the N word is in these songs like 20 times.
Yes,
exactly.
And they're upset that it's repeated.
Okay, so they're supposed to buy your music.
I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to
your
jump in
song.
on there. No, because we ain't finna, I'm not finna let it ride all the way like that. We gotta jump in there on something. We know it's in the songs. We know it's in the song.
So why was he
Just saying.
upset that it was repeated?
No.
By someone singing his song.
At his concert.
Now I'm gonna say this. We all know, as we talk about this subject, we all still know, at a certain level, on some, it does, like Punji said, there is a respect.
Understand this.
Thing
If you
on
release
it.
your music to the national media,
She didn't
No,
say
no,
it
no,
to
no.
him.
singing your
She didn't
song
direct that word to
word.
nothing. She was
Listen,
saying
so
don't
his
I don't
lyrics.
care what
Don't get me
respect
wrong,
you're
don't get me
asking
wrong.
for. The
I'm
millions
not
that you
saying
made
no.
off of that release.
That woman was saying that off a song she loved.
She
I'm not
was
talking about
singing
that woman. Y'all please understand me. I'm not talking about that woman.
All
That
scenarios
woman
are
was
not
saying
bad
that-
You made
scenarios.
millions
I know,
of
that's
I'm
what
just saying
dollars.
the
That
black
was those
community
people.
having a double standard
That's
on
what
the
I'm
use
talking
of the
about.
word.
I don't
We're just
think-
saying, like, that was an example. This guy, Kendrick Lamar, black man, white girl comes
Stop
on
the whole
stage,
show.
stops the
Yeah,
whole
I
show
don't
because
agree
she
with that.
sung
And
his
put on the
lyrics.
spot.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I don't agree with that. I don't
Okay.
understand why y'all don't think, it might be sound like I'm saying something different, but what I am saying
Go ahead.
is that I do, at least for a lot of family, like, I don't care about the word. I'm not finna let somebody out there from another race get me in trouble by using that word. I'm gonna just tell you straight. I ain't finna give Satan or his host the power to get me messed up in jail over a word. Not me.
But that's not really what we talking
No,
about.
no,
We're
no,
talking
no,
about double
that's
standard.
no, what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
we're
what I'm
talking
saying,
about
no,
double
Because
wait.
some people
The
don't
double
mean
standard.
it maliciously. Some
That's-
people don't mean to
And
put
that's
you
what
in
I'm
jail.
saying as understanding. Y'all, have you grown up with other race nationalities that grew up like you? You would be talking to somebody and be like, and there is no difference in look
right.
and color. Is what I'm
Exactly.
saying. Like
Now,
I'm saying,
to you,
I'm saying,
that's where we were trying to get because that's your opinion and that's our opinion too. But to some people, that's not their opinion.
and that's the part where I say Punji is right, that you might need to respect wherever you're at. We can have this train of thought, but we go certain places, certain family members, maybe certain friends ain't with.
Exactly.
You have to I have to respect. Hey, I have to respect when I go in the job. I'm not in there Hey, what's up? Y'all see, ain't no clowning around like that. I'm on your job. I'm respecting what I have to respect while I'm on your job. Soon as I step off, though, I'm on, my time. So I'm on site. What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't on no proper job calling each other. I don't hear no. Excuse me for saying like this. I don't hear any white people saying this word, that word to each other.
Well, of course you're not gonna.
So it's not the setting. No,
I know some white folks.
And I got a problem with that too. So
what they call.
now that's one thing I got a problem with. No, I mean the a lot of black people
We
using
have
the
had
word.
that issue here.
We
have.
No, I mean
Yep.
The C word.
The C word.
Yes.
Yeah, because we talking about the same thing, bro.
Right, but
I
I know some white people that use it within their own race as
Yes,
well.
I do too.
Well, yeah, but not on the
I do
job.
too. I know that too.
Yeah.
You let your
No, we're not talking about job. We're talking about double
job.
standard. You
We're not talking
going
about
way
job.
right.
We're talking about the
wait,
double
wait.
standard.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
I don't know what type of people now I know they have the little cracker day over there in Flagler.
Yeah, I don't know no.
Hey, that's
Okay.
a real day.
Person.
And
It's
there
a
are
real
real
day.
Florida
It's
crackers.
okay. So
Real.
I don't know
Dallas.
what kind of people it takes to
Dallas.
participate in that, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you call me that or you use that word in my home or around
There you
me,
go.
we got a problem.
Because
got a
it's
problem.
an offensive word as well as the word, the N word in the black community. It can be offensive word. But as the double standard, which is what we're talking about, because it's a word, and I can't include you, it's a word that I said that I use. You said you use. You said you use.
You gonna hear it.
So
I
you-
say I use.
I said,
You-
gonna
wait,
hear it
no,
come
hold
out
on.
my
Do
mouth.
you use it?
Probably, possibly.
That's a different question.
No.
She put punchy on.
Okay, no, but I'm saying I've used it. I would use it, and as a term of enduring or laughing. Oh, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a word that is in our community. That some
got
adapt to and
raised
some
into
don't.
it.
I
know what I
think,
mean?
yeah.
And
I
of
think
us.
that there are certain situations, like he and my son, they don't use it on a regular basis,
Right.
but on a celebratory basis. He may yell, "And where we made it," whatever. If my
They got different songs out in the whole.
You know,
nine
I
yards
mean,
and-
but-
Either way,
Okay, so this is the question.
There is a double standard.
Okay,
I don't know if
this
There
is
is
the
a
question.
double standard.
So
though.
this is the
And
question.
they say it's not.
Oh,
would be-
because there are I remember it was this situation of, I think, a cheerleader or somebody at a college. And they were dancing, they were listening to hip hop. It had the word in it. And she singing the song. And they called her out and dragged her
Which is
all
wrong.
And that was wrong.
social
Which is
media.
wrong.
And that's what I'm talking about. I'm
It's
saying,
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand
Yeah.
if
how.
she's repeating the lyrics,
use
use
it
to a
in
song.
mainstream
So
media.
as the black community
I
question,
truly believe.
Yeah.
if you're gonna
why
use it
do
in
we have a
mainstream
double
media,
standard?
Like,
You
you
literally sit down and talk amongst each other in the black community. Why do we have a double standard to a word that none of us should stake claims to? None
Wait a
of
minute.
us.
I'm gonna tell you my opinion.
Okay.
There is racism on both sides.
Oh,
Of
yes.
course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
And when, for instance, Punjay and I were out at breakfast one
Call
time,
me out my name.
and there was some older black women that were not happy about our relationship. They were not happy that we were there. They talked about me the whole time, loud where I could hear it,
Were they like
So why you ain't
older?
call me?
Were they like older?
They were.
Like,
They were older.
And the reason I'm saying, like, I
was
want to
over
say
there
like
at Hamptons.
grandmother's ages, possibly.
They were.
Because, and I'm gonna say this since you saying that, a lot of our higher like grandparents and stuff like that, that's elders
Stuck
that
in
in
their
that
ways.
age, they grew up at a certain time frame. It's crucial.
Well, and you know what? I
And-
take
and I'm
that
not
into
saying it was
account. But
cool.
here's the problem that I have
But
with
there's
that.
no
I'm not
reason
saying
to
it was
bring
okay.
up disrespect.
I'm not saying it
Our
was okay.
grandmother is in her late 70s.
Yep.
And she took me in like I'm her own child. You know what I mean? I was in her home. My son was raised in
Right.
her home. So I don't make those
It's not
allowances
acceptable.
anymore. Exactly. Before I lived in our grandmother's home, I did make those allowances.
At this point, it's
But I
no
don't
reason,
now.
and I understand what you're saying, but at this point, everybody is entitled to respect. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care how you feel about somebody else's relationship, whether you think they should be together or not. If you see me and I'm in a restaurant eating dinner with my boyfriend, my husband, my friend,
Right.
you don't know what our relationship is. you know, and you getting all bent out of shape and disrespectful to the point that you're gonna talk loud enough, then
So where I can hear
clearly
disrespect.
you didn't learn respect, regardless
Right.
of what time frame you telling me you didn't learn
Because
that.
what you
everybody
got to
needs
say
be
is not gonna
respectful.
end what I got. So keep your opinion to yourself,
Yeah.
basically. But we're going off subject. But we just want to know, in y'all's opinion, people,
Yes.
you know, chime in or post later, your opinions on why do we as a black community have such a double
see,
standard?
that's what I wanna
Wait a
say.
minute. While
When you
you all
say
are
black
asking
community, that puts
questions
everyone-
about the black community, I want to know also why the white community thinks that if you are in an interracial relationship, that you will not have success. Because I'm here to tell you that that's a lie from the pits of
I'm
hell.
successful.
Yes, we're and I would be willing to say that Bo, Black Ice, myself, Panjay, we have all been in situations that were viewed in a
Right.
negative way. Well,
No.
no, he is married. He has been married. She
And
got
has
her girl.
never been with anyone.
But
other.
don't do that. You don't do that.
No,
I said out
We
was
had
my
that.
No.
We had that. We had that.
We had that was
we had that on
episode what,
another show.
19?
Yeah, we had another show.
B is married, and she has been for several years. But the rest of us have been in compromising positions, I would say. And I think that we have all grown and learned and have an opinion from our experience. And so that would be my question. While you all would like to know about the double standard, I would like to know, why is it so prevalent for white families to tell their children, their family members, that they will never be successful if they date outside their race? Because that was something that I was told, my sisters were told, not by my parents. My parents are wonderful people, of course, but
I can't say why you were told that, but I grown up in a black community, I can't send my answer to the question. A lot of black families, especially black families who don't date out their race, and the majority of the family does not date out their race, they sometimes feels like you complicate and compromise your life and your, you know what I'm saying, when you date outside your race, because y'all deal with exactly what you said. You sitting in a restaurant minding your business, and these older ladies got something to say about the fact that y'all two love each other. And that right there is the thing position you put yourself in. And I think the black community, in starting way back, have always played safe. They've always played, let's not tamper with this for the sake of not having to deal with this. And that comes from back a long way. So if you heard it, you probably heard it in a light to protection, not in a light to say, oh, I wish you the worst. It was, well, you dating outside your race gonna cause you some complications that you wouldn't have to deal with if you dated within your race.
that's you make a lot of sense, because it has.
You're gonna and you
but-
always will encounter it, but at the same time, when you look beyond someone's lack of knowledge, I'm not gonna say ignorance, their lack of knowledge and their lack of understanding.
No,
that
it's
love,
ignorance.
their love has
Ignorance
no
is
color.
when you refuse to see what's in front of you and the facts. It's it's not
And-
lack
and
of knowledge.
No.
Because if they had
Ignorance is
Trent.
not knowing.
Who you
now,
calling lazy?
Now,
You don't
Trent,
know.
I more so, I will go with what you're saying, because I have been asked by older, white folks,
Willful ignorance.
why exactly willful ignorance.
That's
And I have been asked, and then those are people, of course, that I don't take jobs from, even interact with, because I don't need that stress in my life.
Man, keep them coming.
But we have, when Panjay and I met, both of us were at a place in life where we were just starting
What's
to
up,
build
Dennis?
what we had, and we have been very successful, and we're very proud of what we've done together. And so that is always my response to their ignorance.
And I got Trent.
And it's not all the black. Can we say it's not all the black community that feels the double standard?
Well, yeah, and my thing
I
is
feel like
to
this,
hear.
if you my brother, it is allowed. If you my brother, and I ain't putting no
In a
color.
way.
I ain't
As long
putting
as-
nothing on it.
how you
I'm just
saying
saying, if you my brother, you know me. You gotta know the people you dealing with. That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say.
So now we have gone almost over right now, but
Oh,
we
no.
have some super hilarious stuff we want to share with y'all.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, ooh.
so we're gonna start with Panjay. We have, poor thing. He thought he was smoking. He just wanted to sit down and smoke a cigarette. Hey, Dennis.
See, my notes ain't right now.
Get 'em
My notes ain't
right.
One of them left you speechless.
So let me tell y'all what happened. So this man, he's chilling with some other people, right?
No,
And you
tell
know
me,
those
I'll
people.
tell them.
He
Alright.
cheated
Y'all
over
see
there.
how
It's supposed to be my part, but I kind of forgot.
You talking about Taylor?
forgot.
Go Taylor.
The man, he was in the car with the people,
And he
they
claimed
put
he
the
left
black
his-
cat
he
in
claimed
the
he left his
cigarette
cigarette
cause-
there.
Oh yeah, the black cat. Okay,
Right.
now listen, check it out. Old man,
Keep
on
it
me.
right.
He chilling on me, chilling at a barbecue or something like that. Looked like he was drunk, or sound like he was drunk because he was staggering and slapping on me.
Says the person that's with drinks every
Or
day.
what have you. Jitterbug, you know what I mean? Young man came up to him and, hey man, you left the cigarette in my car? He was like, no, yeah, I left my cigarette in your car. He's like, no man, you ain't leave no cigarette in my car. Yeah, I know.
Who else was in
Who
there?
else left a cigarette? Ain't nobody else left no cigarette in my your car. This is my cigarette. He was like, yeah, you can have it, but it ain't your cigarette. So he goes to fire up the cigarette. He puts a lighter to it. And it's a black cat. You know what a black cat? Black cat.
Black cat.
It's a black cat in there. Alright, he fired that bad boy, had the legs crawling out. Pow! He went to.
Y'all gotta
You
check
know he
it
was
out.
a real smoker because he never let go of the cigarette. He had the cigarette
His
in
hand just
mouth.
dropped to the side like
He-
this with the cigarette still in it.
He went to dunking and everything the whole time, the cigarette in his mouth. Alright.
You talking mad.
So, my thing is, you know what I mean? It's certain people to try like that. Know what I mean? Certain people to try like that. If I was a cigarette smoker, I ain't the one to try like that.
Okay.
Alright? Don't play with me like that.
Okay.
Alright.
My face got burnt.
Hey,
but
wait,
that-
hey, wait.
I'm still gonna
You
fire
say
this
you
up.
still gonna fire it up.
Because after that black cat went out, there was
Alright.
still cigarette left. He smoked that cigarette.
Man, he done lost his mind.
Y'all gotta check that one out, y'all.
Go out.
Y'all gotta check
Go
that one out.
out.
Alright.
And shoot, I'm gonna just let
Go
y'all
out.
know about the next one, you know what I mean?
Come on now.
Since we already laughing and everything. So y'all look, check this out, man. Now y'all know when Easter time come and you know, a lot of churches, they do their thing. Some churches may dance, you know, other churches put on plays. Well, you know, this particular church, whatever, you know, they were putting on the play of the crucifixion. They were reenacting it in the play. And, you know, all of a sudden, it comes a time where, you know, the time for, you know, the piercing of the Messiah. Now, I'm gonna just say this, but I'm gonna draw y'all attention to something. But like, so
Go out.
the guy's acting, the soldier, here he comes, this Roman soldier, he's got this spear.
They had on helmets. and
He running up,
everything.
this church, I don't know how many people they had. But if I had to judge off the plate, I'd say they probably had somewhere around 1,000 folks.
And they was outside.
This
It was on the
yeah,
cross.
it was serious play. It was a play.
Get out.
So he comes up, you know, like he about to pierce the Messiah. Boom. All of a sudden, Billy from the audience jumps up.
What did he have in his hand?
He had a bowl thing. And he picked it up and he, bang! I mean, he hit this
He
dude
contemplated
so. Look,
what he was gonna do
look,
before
he
got
hit
there.
this guy. Look, I'm gonna say it like that. I don't know Billy in the audience, but I'll tell you this. Possibly Billy might have been, you know.
Get out.
No.
I'm
Just to
just saying,
give you some clarification on what Bo is. So, it's the reenactment of the crucifixion. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is a real life reenactment. It looked like they was out on the
No,
hill.
it was a
They
really
was on the
good
cross. The people was hanging up. It was
You had
the
the
Messiah.
helmets with the-
You had the
the
two thieves
mohawks.
on the side. You had the actors
had it
dressed
going
up
on.
like a real Roman soldiers. They had the gold helmets on
With the mohawks.
and everything. And after he
Yo.
enacted the pierce, somebody ran out the audience and said, "You
Bi-
will not
Billy,
kill Jesus
listen,
again.
Billy
You will
jumped
not."
out of there and smacked this guy.
Cross
Boom!
knocking.
This how you know
He
it's
knocked
for
this
real.
golden
Because the
helmet
guy,
down.
when you hear it, you hear bang, and then all of a sudden you got these other guys like. They was like, yo, wait, the play over. Hold on. They trying to get
He had
Billy.
some homies
You
with
know
him.
what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, listen, guys, if you
They got got in a whole fight with the actors that was acting
the
like
actors is fine. If you're going out to these places, all I'm saying is relax on the.
Now, this was a
They
good
gonna
play.
say
It was
some
so
They
realistic.
good girl.
They thought, what was the
Hey,
hill they
Nikia.
put Jesus on? What was it? It wasn't Calvary, was it?
No.
No, I don't know what it was.
I think it was up on Calvary.
They might have. What they
Listen,
called it.
can we talk about
Golgotha,
this?
but-
Can we talk about this?
But listen, we're gonna wrap this up, but I'm gonna say like this. Hey, bro, next time, get them before they stab them. Get them before the stab.
Before
Not
the stab,
after. Get
not
them
after
before,
you kill
bro.
them.
Get up there,
See,
bang as he
before
bang.
the stab.
You see him running down. You know what I was saying? Yo, why y'all so late?
Black Eyes. I need
Okay,
to know
I'm gonna
about
stay-
this man.
I'm gonna stay on the how.
Oh, let
how
me
wonderful.
introduce the subject
You're
for you.
going.
Hold on, let
She
me
has
introduce
a
the
topic
topic.
for
So
us.
y'all
Let me
know,
dance it.
y'all
Let me
know
dance it.
Marvin
Hold on,
Gaye.
hold on. Wait on.
Yeah.
Wait on.
Marvin Gaye's song "Sexual Healing."
Yeah.
Now, y'all thought he was referring to something else, but really what he was referring to is the story that Black Eyes gonna tell y'all
Oh, I'ma
about.
tell you
Talking
how
about
wonderful
real life sexual healing.
My savior is.
All right.
He helped the blind see. He fed the hungry.
Well,
He raised the dead.
well.
He even raised a penis. In this video,
I'm not messing with them on this one, y'all.
no, he's a wonderful savior.
Yes, he is.
Because see, this man had an erectile
There's
dysfunction.
nothing that God
And it
can't
wasn't nothing man could do. He had no pop pills and pop pills and pop pills. He said, this ain't gonna work. He went to
He took it to the church
revival.
and laid
He
it
went to
in
the
front of
church.
the altar.
And the bishop started praying for him and then praying for him, and all of a sudden you see him standing there like this, like, oh.
The bishop said, "Loose."
Listen, you saw a true working.
Erectile dysfunction gone. Don't nothing work like Jesus. Amen.
All right, I'm gonna just say this. I don't know if the audience was just hearing this. I ain't chiming in with this,
Listen,
but I'm gonna just say,
he was saying.
you got to go to the pastor to ask the pastor
Yes, that was serious.
to ask the
saying,
In
Lord
front of the
It was
in
congregation.
front of the. Wait a minute.
He
Wait a
was
minute.
saved.
You. Let me draw attention to the audience. This man was.
Oh yes, he was doing all kind of.
He was excited. You know how when you go to church and people start shouting because his spirit hit him?
He was all in
He
there.
was excited because it rose.
And rose
Like, yo,
like
like,
Jesus
wait a
rose.
minute,
Rose.
Okay, it rose.
Wait a
And when it
minute.
rose, he gave him praise. He had to worship him.
Yes.
I'm gonna need some of you church folk. If you got these type of ailments, you might possibly need to call the pastor or one-on-one.
All right.
Not in one-on-one, pastor one-on-one. Get
Oh.
him to heal your limpy penis at your house.
He will
My
do
kid-
it.
my
I
kids
seen it
don't-
with my own
We don't want to
eyes.
see that.
He will do
saw
it.
All these
We don't want to
years.
see that.
He said, if you ask, you shall receive.
We don't want to see
That's
that.
what he do.
Okay. So on that note, y'all, listen. So this week we want to remind y'all about back to school. All
Kids
the
are
kids
back.
are going back to school.
It is
I know
time.
it's frustrating. The school zones, the traffic, the
But be
babies
careful.
running across the street.
Watch your baby.
Watch your
Walk them out to the bus stop. If you ain't doing
Not just that.
nothing,
It's not
you
just
ain't
that.
doing nothing. You just sitting on the couch at the house, sitting, laying in the bed. Get up, walk your child to the bus
It's
stop.
not just that. If
Stand
you see
out there
the
with
kids,
them.
if you see the children getting off the
Slow
bus,
down.
you see a bus stop, you see kids in excess anywhere, slow down.
Bump your brakes.
Even if you have to stop, just stop for a second and look and see where all of them are at,
'Cause
and then proceed.
They might not see
So
you.
leave
They
early.
see you, they do, but kids are kids. Please
Right.
understand that. You
And
know,
they will shoot across the
They
street.
will.
They don't
might
think
have beat you.
it's not their,
Yeah.
it's not something that they're doing intentionally. They are kids. They don't know any better. Please watch for the kids.
Yes.
In addition, this week, if you all have any extra money, extra school supplies that you didn't send with your kids,
Make
there
it
are
rain.
a lot of kids that need
right.
school supplies. We've had tons of school supply drives in the area. They're just not enough. You know, go to the school. You can
Even
just
if you drop it off at the school.
at
yeah.
any school, any public school you ride
I
by.
drop it off for you.
Let us
hit
know.
us up and we'll come
We'll
by
come
your
and pick it
house,
up
pick
and
it
drop
up,
it off for
and
you.
drop it off. All right.
It's simple. A pack of pencils, paper, anything. There are some parents who really cannot afford for their kids to go back to school, and those
I'll
schools
blame
give
the
you some
government.
supplies.
Okay.
So
And also, we want to say rest in peace to the Queen of Soul.
Aretha, rest in peace.
Franklin.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
She affected all of our childhood. She
Yeah.
might be the reason why all of us are here. So
You know what? Let's go there.
Respect.
Bo, what's your favorite Aretha song?
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
You know, I think that's my favorite too.
What's your favorite?
Respect is a good song.
Take
But
care.
she has, gosh, she is so
Wait a
good.
minute, though.
I'm gonna read the.
I have two. So it's Natural Woman, but
Yes!
it's also a song that she did with Mary J. Blige. Her and Mary J. Blige got a song
Yeah, they
together.
collaborated.
I can't think of the name of it, and I really, really like that song. I think it's called "Don't Waste Your Time" or something like
Yes.
that. On self-titled
Yes.
Mary J. Blige.
Yo, this
I
woman
heard
had
it,
like
it's really
18
good.
Grammys.
Yeah. I like that one song she sung. What was it?
Man.
Hey, it's just me and. Nah, I was playing. That was a joke.
I was gonna say.
You should've
That wasn't how.
Ned,
But I do like Aretha
So listen,
Franklin. She,
So this week we want y'all to frequent local business. There is a new farmers market in Port Orange. It is at the Pavilion. Don't forget about the one at City Island and the flea market. Last weekend they didn't have much, so if you were there, I'm not lying. This weekend we were there. They are all stocked up. All the booths are full, so y'all hit them up.
Oh, they also have a small one in Ormond, right between the City Hall and Library on Thursday.
Oh, sure do.
Okay.
Sure do.
Oh, I forgot about that one on Beach Street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
kinda.
on the corner.
Yes.
Yeah. And check out restaurant guys. I checked out this week. Nikki's Caribbean Cafe. Pretty decent.
That's on
Jamaican
US 1,
food.
yeah?
It's on Nova here. It's in the plaza with the Tokyo and the
Oh,
the
Firehouse
Place,
Subs.
Firehouse Subs right over there.
On the way to Ormond.
Check her out,
on the
guys.
road.
Her, they got big things going on over there. Really good customer
Nikki's
service, and they
Caribbean
have
Cafe.
live music. The guy was in. Dang, dang,
Uh,
dang,
bang,
dang,
bang, bang.
dang.
So take your old lady for date night.
fire.
But Google it, Nikki's Caribbean Cafe, and it's on Nova Road. So we appreciate y'all joining us.
Thank
of
y'all
course, as
so
always,
much.
we love y'all.
So
Share,
Like, share,
share.
See y'all
much.
next
Y'all
week.
alright with me? I don't care what they say
Same
about
time, same place.
Same place.
You make me